Good morning, students. So today we will start a new chapter. Our chapter name is the virus. It is lesson number 11 and you can go to page number 111. Now, as you all know, during this lockdown, we are all using this computer and we are using our smartphones. But what will happen if, say, some unknown person sees to work with your computer system and he does some damage to your computer or your smartphone? Yes, or he takes away all your information from the computer and the smartphone. So what will happen? Yes, you will face many problems and you can also face problems due to data loss. Okay, so it may also happen that your hardware may crash or your software may crash and your computer is not working properly. So that's why we should know about what are the viruses are, how many types of viruses are there, how we can protect our computer and smartphone from the viruses. So let's start with the computer virus. So what is a computer virus? A computer virus is a program or a set of program that disrupts the normal operation of a computer. Okay, so what is a computer virus? A computer virus is a program or set of program that disrupts the normal operation of a computer. Virus infects and destroys the data it enters in the computer without the permission or knowledge of the user. Now, what is the full form of the virus? The full form of the virus is vital information resources under seize. Okay, that means the vital information that is in your computer or in your smartphone that is under the seize of some another unauthorized person. Yes, there can be two type of person. If you give the permission to someone to access your data, that is something else, but some another unknown person gets the authorization to access your data, that is like someone without having a key of your house enters your house and he can access all the items in your house. The same thing is happening here. That means our information is under the seize of an unauthorized person. So that's why the full form of virus is vital information resources under seize. Now, the essential resources of the computer like memory, processing speed, data and programs, that they all get affected. Okay, they don't operate normally after a virus has entered our computer or our smartphone. Now, viruses are programs that are self-replicating and are continuously expanding their reach by infecting more and more computer files, resulting in the loss of data, resulting in the loss of speed of the computer or smartphone and destruction of the data. That means your data can also be destroyed with a virus. So what do you know what is the first PC virus? Yes, the first PC virus is the boot sector virus. Okay, it was the boot sector virus named as Brain, released in 1987 by the Farooq Alvi brothers in Lahore, Pakistan. Now let us know about the viruses more. Okay, now one thing is that some viruses are harmless. Okay, like the pop-up screen that comes in your computer is, you can call it as spam. Okay, whenever you're opening a web browser, what happens is sometimes few unwanted windows also pops up and you have to close it each and every time. So they are unwanted, so that's why they are called the spam. So what happens that they're harmless, they don't do anything, they just display, means they just pop up and display the message that are unrequired, that is not required by the by any user. Okay, so let us learn about the types of computer viruses. Now how we can define a computer virus? A computer virus is a set of instruction or a program that is not user friendly. Okay, that is not user friendly, and the virus programs can remain undetected, quietly inactive for a long time, waiting for a particular signal or an event to trigger. After that, when it is triggered, it will harm your computer. Like some viruses, virus programs monitor the clock in the host computer and trigger on a certain day, like Friday the 13th. Yes, and that's why the virus is also named as Friday the 13th. Okay. Now, the types of viruses are Trojan horses, worms, spyware, malware. Then there are few more viruses, so we will learn about them. So what is a Trojan horse? Trojan horse is a type of simple program that pretend to be useful to us. Yes, it pretends that yes, it is a useful application in a computer, and whenever you allow the access a Trojan horse can come with a pen drive. It can also come with other devices. Okay, they will pretend to be the useful application, but whenever you will copy that and they comes with some data, so whenever you are copying the data, the Trojan horse has entered your system. So after that, what will happen that it is the destructive program that most likely does damage to a computer, like erasing a disk. They are not self-replicating, means they cannot replicate itself. They can spread only when it is copied to another system. The name Trojan horse is derived from the wooden horse used by the Greek army to conquer the city of Troy. Okay. Now next is worm. So what is a worm? Worm is a special type of virus program that copies and multiplies itself by using computer network and security flaws. They can overload network resources very quickly, which in turn can cause a slowdown in the data transmission due to heavy traffic. So let's move on to the next topic, that is the malware. What is a malware? So malware is the term that has came up from the two words malicious and software. That means it is a malicious software that does harm to our computer or our system. Malware means malicious, from malicious mal is coming, and from the software ware is coming, so together it is called malware. So it is software that enters into a computer and damages it without the knowledge of the user. Malware is a trouble-causing program. It may be a virus, worm, Trojan horse, or spyware. Malware not only interrupt the normal working of a computer but also steal important information of the user. Okay. Now the spyware is a type. Now next is the spyware, and spyware is a type of malware. Okay, but its main motive is to spy on a computer. That means it will look into the computer. Means if it enters a computer, it will just collect the information for a period of time, and you will not even know about it. After watching you for a long time, when he gets all the information, it gives this information back to the person who has sent this spyware. A spyware is a type of malware that is installed on a computer and collects information about the user without their knowledge. Spyware programs secretly monitor the user's computing. They can collect various types of personal information such as internet surfing habit, visited web pages, transmits that information in the background to someone else. Sometimes they also change computer settings that result in slow connection, speed, and wrong functionality of the other program. Spyware can also collect information about email addresses, passwords, and even credit card numbers. So one thing you can understand from here, that before using a system, if you don't know about these viruses and if you don't use any good antivirus, that means your computer is in a great threat. Now the types of viruses are boot viruses, program file viruses, and the macro viruses. Boot viruses are the viruses that affects during the booting of the device. Okay, these viruses infect the boot record or the master boot records. They replace the boot record that is responsible for loading the operating system in memory by copying it elsewhere. Boot virus becomes active at the time of booting the machine. Examples are disk killer, stone virus, etc. Program file virus. Now program file virus is a virus type of virus, executable virus programs such as those with extension like .com, .exe, .ovl. These programs get loaded to the memory during the execution. The virus becomes active in memory by replicating itself, infecting on the disk. The example of program file virus are Sunday, Cascado, etc. Next is the macro viruses. These viruses are another application macro programming language to distribute themselves. They infect documents such as MS Word, MS Excel, and are typically spread to other similar documents. Now, how you will know that your system is affected by a virus? There should be some symptoms, like when you get sick, you have some symptom, like you can have a fever, you can have sore throat, many things can happen to you. So you understand from that yes, you're not well. So how you will know your system is not well? So some symptoms, virus symptoms are: a virus can cause problem in a computer in many ways, decreasing the speed of a computer by decreasing the memory, causing strange movements or patterns on the screen, displaying unusual messages like your PC is stoned, etc., increasing the use of disk space and growth in file size as the virus gets attached itself to many files, frequent hanging of the systems showing abnormal write protect error, displaying a change in the data against the file name in the directory when a virus modifies the file, reformatting the hard disk, deleting or damaging the files. Now these are the symptoms that you can see. But after seeing the symptoms, you should know some prevention measures that you can help to get your system unaffected by the virus. Okay, so disinfection is most important. So how we can disinfect our system from a virus? So here before that, it is said no, prevention is better than cure. So we should know the preventive measures that we can take to protect our computer from a virus. So let's learn about the preventive measures. Then we will learn if your system is already infected, how we can get disinfected. So first, the preventive measures are preventing a virus infection. To prevent virus attack, follow the given steps. What are the steps? Every PC should be equipped with some antivirus program. Always scan the pen drive before copying the files. Many people I have seen that what they do, they just plug in the USB in the system and they directly use it before scanning them. So what happens if there is any virus that will not be caught by the antivirus as soon as you just open the file and watch the you just access the data. But if you scan the USB before using it, what happens that your antivirus can detect yes if there is any virus or not, and if it can detect, it can delete it or it can stop the functionality of that virus. So always scan your USB before use. Next is do not install pirated software. Now what happens that many softwares are paid versions and it is very costly. So what the people do, they use the pirated version of the user. That means that version is not supplied by the company, it is supplied by some other person who has done the piracy, means who has copied the software and he has made multiple copies of that software. So what can happen that person can send a simple spyware or a simple malicious malware with that software so that he can watch over you or he can access your data. So the best option is not to use the pirated software, use the original softwares, because the original softwares are disinfected. Means this means the company will never send the viruses or spyware or malware with their original software. Otherwise, the company will face the problem. So next is the scan the hard disk twice a month. Yes, whenever you are having a system, you have bought a computer, you should buy an antivirus and you should get your system totally scanned. You should do the full scan of your system twice a month. Then the next is take the backup of the important files every day. Yes, you should always take the backup of important files in a pen drive, or you can have a external hard disk where you take the backup every day if your files are important. It may happen that anything can happen to your computer anytime, because nowadays what is happening that with the advancement of the technology, there are many people who are always trying to access the data of the other person, so that they can get the vital information, and they can just have a they can destroy your data, or they can have a they can have access to your data. So it is better to have the backup files. Okay, because you are using antivirus. Yes, antivirus are secure, but 100% security they cannot promise you every time. No antivirus can promise you 100% security. So better is to have the backup of your files, important files, every day. Next is use internet and email attachments very carefully. Yes, the next thing is, whenever you are opening any web browser, you should not open random web browsers which you don't know about. Yes, if you know about any web browser, particular web browser that are secure, you can open them. But if you don't, you want to say download any files, and you want to download a song, and you are opening random web browsers to just download the song, what can happen that within those web browsers there can be any suspicious malware that can just enter your system while browsing, and you will not even get any idea of that they have entered your system. So it is better to use your internet very carefully. And when you are opening the email attachments from the random sources, then also you can get then also a spyware can enter your system, or a malware or a virus can enter your system. Now we have learned about the viruses, we have learned about the symptoms, how we can recognize that our system has got infected with a virus. Then the preventive measures also we have learned. The next thing, that is, what will happen if our computer is already affected. Yes, if our computer is already affected, what we can do is we can have an antivirus software. So what is an antivirus software? It is a set of instruction, a set of code. Okay, it is a program which are designed to identify, prevent and remove viruses from a computer or a system, or from a, today nowadays in the smartphones also they are having that antivirus software. They perform the following task in a computer. What they do, they can scan the computer, or they can scan the system files to look for the known viruses matching definitions from virus dictionary. Yes, that's only I have told you. Say there is a new kind of virus that the antivirus don't know about, means there is no definition of that virus in his dictionary, virus dictionary. So what can happen, that they don't know about it, so they will not be able to detect it. So that's the problem. Next is identify the suspicious behavior from any computer program which might indicate infection. After that, what they can do, if they get the information, yes, your computer is infected, simply they will just erase that program, erase that malware, spyware, or they can stop the functionality of that spyware, virus or program. Simply installing an antivirus software in our computer does not guarantee 100% protection, as the installed antivirus should be updated regularly. Okay, and they would not be able to detect new virus program. We should keep on updating our computer with the latest version of antivirus program. Most of the antivirus software companies provide the facility to download the latest updates from their website. Some of the popular antiviruses are so you should know about the popular antiviruses. One is Norton antivirus, McAfee, then AVG antivirus, PC-Cylin, Avira antivirus, and one more is Kaspersky that we use in our, many of you I think have used in your system the Kaspersky antivirus. That is also one of the important antivirus. So using an antivirus software, how to use, how we can use the antivirus software. You can purchase it from a vendor. Yes, you can purchase it offline from a vendor, or nowadays you can purchase it online from the website. Okay, so after purchasing the antivirus, what you will do, if you have purchased it from a vendor, what you can do, will get a copy in a CD. So you can just put the CD drive, you can put the CD in a CD drive, and then you can run it in your system. After you run the program, it will say install the software. So after installation of the antivirus, it will ask for the full scan of your computer. Then it will ask to if they find any suspicious data, I mean suspicious software, they will just say erase this software or just disinfect this software. So, and if you get it online, what will happen that they will send the copy of the antivirus in your mail. After you click on the mail, they will send you the link from where you can download the software, and they will give you one key. Yes, the key is very important. Whenever you are purchasing a genuine antivirus software, they will give you this user key that you can enter, and you can activate your antivirus. And after antivirus is activate, what will happen that you can easily scan the means after activation you will get the updates. You can easily scan for the new viruses. Okay, now moving on to the next topic is the chapter is almost complete. Okay, this chapter is very small. I think you can easily follow the chapter. And the next is important points. Okay, what are the important points? So let's go to recap what we have learned in this chapter. A computer virus is a program or a set of programs that disrupts the normal operation of a computer. Virus stands for Vital Information Resources under siege. Trojan horses are simple programs that pretend to be useful application while they always do something destructive. Worm is a special type of virus program that copies and multiplies itself by using the computer networks and security flaws. Spyware collects the information about users without their knowledge. Antivirus software are computer programs which are designed to identify, prevent and remove viruses from your computer. So now the chapter is complete. I will provide you the question answers of this chapter the next day or whenever you the material sending date is there. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next Zoom class. Okay, I think you should you can also do one thing. You can browse the internet for the latest viruses, or you can browse the internet for the latest antiviruses that is available in the market. Okay, I will discuss with you what are the latest viruses and antiviruses in the next Zoom class, so please go through it. Okay, and you can also complete the fill in the blanks, straight true or false multiple choice question. Then we can discuss the answers in our next class. So that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.